Hello again. So in the previous video we did the matching exercise about body parts, and just to make sure that you got the right answers, I'm going to go through them again with the numbers written on each picture. So the first one is head. That's number 1, head. Number 2 is hand. That's hand, number 2. And then number 3, ear. So that's an ear. And then we have respiratory system. That's number 4. So it shows, as I said before, the lungs and different the other parts of the respiratory system that allow us to breathe oxygen. And then we have eye. So that's an eye. And then the last one is foot. That's number 6. So we have all the numbers there, so in case you missed any of the answers. So let's move on to the next slide and the next exercise. We have again a matching exercise here, but in this exercise we'll have to match words with the pictures, but the pictures are actually of PPE items. So we have different PPE items. You see them here. We have 9 of them, and we'll have to decide which each one what part of the body it protects. Okay, so we have head protection. That's number 1. Ear or hearing protection, number 2. Number 3 is eye protection. Number 4 is foot protection. Number 5, high visibility clothing, means clothes. Clothing means clothes. And then 6 is mask. Number 7, hand protection. And number 8, respirators or masks. Last one is number 9, of course, that's safety harness. So I'll give you a few minutes. I want you to try and match each of these expressions or words with the right picture. Okay, so let's try to answer the questions together. First one is head protection. So what picture is that? That's this picture here. That's number 1, head protection. What do we call this item? Yes, we call it safety helmet. This is a safety helmet. Then number 2, ear or hearing protection. It means something that protects your ear or your hearing. So which picture? Yes, it's picture number 1. So this is for ear or hearing protection. What do we call it? What do we call that item? We call it ear muffs. Ear muffs. Number 3 is eye protection. So which one of them protects the eyes? Yes, that picture there. So that's number 3. What do we call this? We call it safety glasses. Safety glasses. They protect your eyes. Protect your eyes, as you will see later, from flying debris. Okay? And then number 4, that's foot protection. Of course, it means protects your feet. So which one is it? Number 4 is picture number 2. So that's 4. You should write 4 here. These are, what do we call them again? What type of shoes do we have there? They are called safety shoes. Safety shoes. Then number 5, high visibility clothing. So this is a type of clothes that can be easily seen, that people can see very easily. High visibility. You can see. Visibility is ability to see, so you can see it very easily from a long distance. So which picture? Yes, that's picture number 4. So this is 5. This is high visibility clothing, and you see that it has the color, and also you have those different lines there. They are very bright, and so you can see even at night you can see a man wearing high visibility clothing, and that's of course to avoid accidents, especially people, as I mentioned earlier, as I said earlier, people or workers who work outside and especially on roads. Let's move on now to number 6. Number 6 is a mask. So which one is the mask? Yes, it's picture number 3. That's 6. This is a mask, and it's called also face mask because it covers your face. You wear it on your face to protect your face. And then number 7, expression number 7 is hand protection. Hand protection. Again, it means it protects your hand. So which one? That's of course the last picture. It's number 7. What do we call these? We have one of them. The other one is not very clear, but we have two actually. They come in pair, and then they come in pairs, and that they are called. What do we call them? We call them safety gloves. Safety gloves. And then number 8, respirators or mask or masks. So which one is it? That's picture 6. That's number 8. That's a respirator. Okay, it's also a mask because it has also it protects the other. One part protects also the face. So it's not only for breathing. It can be also considered a mask. And then we have the last one is safety harness. That's number 9, and that's picture 7. So this is safety harness. Again, it protects you if you work at heights. So let's again, to make sure that you haven't missed any of the answers, I'll give you all the answers, and then if you have missed any of them, you can just write it down. So again, the first picture, let's start with the pictures and not with the words. So the first picture here is ear hearing protection. Second picture, that's foot protection. So what do we call, first of all, what do we call ear protection? We call them ear muffs. Ear muffs. And then what do we call the shoes that we have for foot protection? We call them safety shoes. And then the next picture, that's number 6, a mask. A mask protects your face. That's why we call it also a face mask. Then number 5, that's high visibility. Number 4, picture number 4, that's number 5, high visibility clothing. So again, they protect you so that people can see you from a distance, especially at night or if you work on the road outside. And then that one is, what do we call it? What is it for? It's for to protect your head. So that's head protection, number 1. And then what's this for? This is for breathing. So it protects you, it cleans the air, the oxygen, before it gets inside your lungs. So it is clean. Make sure it filters the air. This is respirator. That's number 8. And then we have the next picture, that is picture 7, is number 9, safety harness. And then again, this is number 3. And what is it for? It's for the eye protection. We call this item, what do we call it? I already mentioned this. Yes, we call it safety glasses. Safety glasses. And then this is the last one is for hand protection. That's number 7, hand protection. Okay, and what do we call them? We call them safety gloves. So we finished with this exercise. We'll move to the next one. The next exercise. That's a reading exercise. Okay, so let's go through the reading again, this reading, short reading, and then we'll answer the question, the exercise that we have about the reading. So why is PPE important? Why do you think it's important, PPE? It's really very important because it protects you against a lot of accidents and injury at the workplace. If you wear PPE, then you keep safe. You are protected. You don't get hurt if an accident happens. So PPE is very, very important. You should always wear PPE at work. So let's go through the reading first. PPE, I'll have to go back. So PPE reduces the risk of injury or harm to workers. So reduces means decreases. It makes it less. Okay, it's the opposite of increase. So it reduces. It makes the risk less. So it reduces the risk of injury or harm to workers. These include injuries too. So these are the types of injuries that PPE can reduce. So the head and feet. So how can you get an accident or an injury on your head or feet? It can be from falling materials or rolling objects. We'll see pictures later on with rolling objects and falling materials. So falling materials, basically these are things that fall from above that can hit your head, can hurt your head. Rolling objects on the ground that can also hit your feet or can roll on your feet, and they can cause an accident. So number 2 is the eyes. So from flying debris or splashes of corrosive liquids. So your eyes, you should protect them by wearing what? What do we call the PPE item for the eyes? We have two actually. We have eyeglasses and we have also, we have safety glasses and we have also goggles. So what do? They protect your eyes from flying debris. For example, if you are welding, or splashes of corrosive liquids, like for example acid. Okay, so it doesn't hurt your eyes because of course it's very dangerous to the eyes. And then number 3, the lungs. So from breathing in contaminated air. If you have a respirator, we call it a respirator. If you remember, we talked about that before. So if you have a respirator, if you wear a respirator, it makes sure that the air that gets inside your lungs is not contaminated. It's clean. Contaminated is the opposite of clean. We call it also polluted. So it has no pollution, no contamination in it. It's good for your body, for your respiratory system. So again, it's the PPE item for lungs, for breathing, is called respirator. And then we have number 4, the ears, from high level noise. So what's the PPE that protects your ears? It's called, of course, ear muffs. Then we have number 5. Number 5 is the body. It protects the body, injuries to the body. What type of injuries? From extreme heat or cold. And what's that? It's coveralls. So you should wear coveralls to protect your body. And then the skin, from contact with corrosive materials. That's also coveralls. Coveralls protect your skin from contact with corrosive materials. We talked about corrosive materials earlier, and we said an example is acid, which can be very dangerous to your skin and to your eyes as well. So we'll stop there now, and we'll move later on to another exercise.